when I first heard them. Well, I don't really know when it was, like 2016 maybe. And that was around when a bunch of stuff happened in my family, so I started listening to them. And I really just listened to like their newer songs at first. And I started listening to older ones, and I like them more than I like the newer ones. And so I stopped listening to them for a while, and then when the newer album came out, it was like my favorite album ever. I went to their concert and it was amazing. My grandpa died, and I listened to them while that happened. I loved them. They were my favorite thing I ever listened to.
I found out about 10 Pilots due to an animation that I saw somewhere on YouTube or something like that. And at first I thought that Tyler's voice was like really, really weird, and I didn't like it at all. And then I just started listening to more of their songs, and now they're like my favorite bands. I find it awesome that they actually save people's lives and stuff like that, and I think they're just an amazing band.
I discovered them by just like listening to a map made by some kind of like very animators of Mindgrain. So I actually really enjoyed the song and I researched it. And then when I found out about it, I really got hooked into that song. And then later on I found out about House of Gold. After like a few months, I managed to listen to most 21 Pilots songs. They really meant a lot to me by that my darkest times in school. I was like stressing a lot with my work and my identity, and they really helped me a lot to get through that. And once in school, like I think last year, I managed to sing House of Gold in front of the stage, and I wasn't really confident playing it, but it was 21 Pilots, so it meant a lot to me.
21 Pilots has helped me a lot because my whole family went through a hard spot, and we all went through, like, we all kind of found 21 Pilots together, and we all talked it, like, that was one thing we enjoyed. I remember me, my sister, and my dad went to, we went to last day of Tour de Columbus, and it meant a lot to all of us. And it was really great because that was something that we could bond over when we were all feeling sad. My dad would turn on 21 Pilots in the living room, and we would just kind of just sit in the living room and talk for a bit. And it was like probably the best time ever. Personally for me, it's brought like a lot to my life, and they have gained me so many friends. They've been in my life for a while, and they've literally been the best support system, and they're honestly amazing. I don't know what I'd do without them.
Like, they saved my life. Like, knowing there's other people with the same problem as me. I like the way they talk about their life, like, in their music.
So 21 Pilots mean basically everything to me because I just, whenever I first heard them on Stressed Out, I just kind of like looked them up on YouTube and started listening to them, really getting into them. And like I use them, not use them, but I listen to them like whenever I'm feeling like happy or sad or just emotional, or just basically like whenever I always listen to them, it always like makes me feel better and stuff. And it's kind of helped me a lot with a lot of many things, good and bad. And it's just, kept me motivated to do things, and I like them a lot. And their concerts are also very cool. So they mean like everything to me.
I found 21 Pilots through Vessel, because Vessel is like one of their best albums. Like I have to stand like to the fullest. Vessel is like one of their best albums. I could probably go on for like 20 minutes about how good Vessel is, but I won't. And also 21 Pilots, they're a pretty good band though. Like Josh, I'm gonna have to like stand him to the fullest. Like he is like epic. Don't know about Tyler, he's okay, but
my aunt is like a massive emo, so that's kind of funny. And we were in the car, and she started playing House of Gold, I think it was. And I listened to it on loop for like 2 hours. I think this was like 2015, I think. And then I went home and I listened to everything else, and I haven't stopped listening to it in a long time. And yeah, listening to their music got me through a lot of shit, so that was kind of, I don't know, it was sort of like a safe space, I guess. I don't really know. It's hard to explain, but like I'm really thankful for it.
I found out about 21 Pilots when I was in middle school, and it was one of those things where it was kind of slow to catch on, but once it did, it felt right. And it's one of those things where it made me more aware of myself, and it let me know that I'm not alone in what I feel when I'm having a bad day or going through hard times. And was and still is very good at producing nostalgia in a sense, because when I was small, like 6 years old small, I was diagnosed with cancer, and finding about 21 Pilots later after my treatment was over helped me sort of deal with my unresolved problems about cancer. And as I got older and life got more complicated, it just became more and more relatable, and it still felt so right, and it felt like home, because that's ultimately what 21 Pilots means to me. Home.